here, SDLC stands for Software Development Lifecycle. What it is? So today's main topic is what? It is SDLC. SDLC stands for what? Software Development Lifecycle. Okay, very important topic, guys. Today's topic is okay. So what does this means? What is this SDLC gives information about? Right? The question starts. The question starts. What is this SDLC actually? Why we have to know about this one? Okay. What is right? You have got in your mind. What is this SDLC? Why should I have to study this one? Right? Excuse me. That thing might have come into your mind, right? Simple thing, guys. What is SDLC? Is nothing but what are all the activities in the office everybody is doing, each and every person in the activity, right? From the day one of a project to the end of the project, right? What does SDLC explains here? Simple thing I'll write here. Okay, SDLC explains. Concentrate here, guys. What does it shows? It explains nothing but it explains all implementation activities. Means what are the activities done by each and every person in the office, right? Each and every person in the office. See, SDLC explains all implementation activities of the project. Okay, all implementation activity of the project from from okay from day one, okay, from day one to up to end of the project. Clear, guys? From day one to end of the project means the day one you got the project to your office. Okay, the day one the project is confirmed to your office. From that day up to the project you have delivered completely to the client. What are the activities are going on? That complete activity will be explained in the SDLC, right? What are the implementation activities means what happened on the project day one, what we got, right? What does the CEO do? What does the project manager do? What does the developer do? What does the tester do? Okay, what does the delivery people do? What does the administration people or network team will do? Okay, right? What are the technical people will do? So each and every person's activities, what is quality manager, test leader, each and every person's activity here, right? Each and every person activity of a project from day one to up to end of the project means what are the activities are going on. You got a project from the day one, so how we are starting and how we are ending means from the day one of a project to up to end of the project, what are all the activities are handled by the persons or the activities done by the other people, all will be explained in the SDLC. Understood the concept? What is SDLC, guys? Explains all implementation activity of a project. What are the activities will be handled? What are the activities that can be done to your project? Okay, all the activities what we do, all the activities from the day one of a project up to end of the project means what? Up to we deliver the project to the client completely. Okay, up to we deliver the project to the client completely. What are the activities will happen? That complete activities are called as what? Software development life cycle. Okay, that is called as what? Software development life cycle. Is that clear, guys? What is SDLC actually? Right, guys, is that clear? What is SDLC actually? I hope you understand what is SDLC, what we are going to implement there. Yes, thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your response. Now, so let me jump into the topic. So what are the activities we are going to start? Let me start with the first activity here. Okay, first activity here. First and foremost activity here it is software bidding. You might have heard this word about bidding, right? Bidding. So many times you might have heard this word, right? Bidding. So first is not where bidding. Okay, it is nothing but it is a software bidding. So what we do in this bidding? This bidding is done by, okay, this bidding is done by whom? Okay, this bidding is done by CEO. CEO stands for what? Chief Executive Officer of our office. Okay, Chief Executive Officer. This bidding is done by CEO with whom? This bidding is done by CEO with whom? With client, right? With client. So who will do this bidding? Right? Software bidding means what? What they will do this in this software bidding, the CEO of a company will go and meet. Okay, see the diagram here. See the concentrate here. First first activity here. We are studying all the activities from day one to end, right? What is the first activity here? The first activity is software bidding, guys. In that first activity, see here he is our CEO of our office. He goes and meets the client, right? And he will have a business deal like how much amount. Billing means what? How much amount the project should be, they are going to give if we develop the application, how much they are going to pay us, right? About the money, about the duration, about the platforms, everything that will be discussed by the CEO. Okay, everything will be discussed by the CEO. So the first step is software bidding. In this bidding, the CEO of a company will goes and meet the client here. Okay, the CEO of a company will goes and meets the client here. That means they both will have a business deal together. Okay, first step is software bidding. What is software bidding, guys? In this bidding, CEO, right? CEO goes and meet the client and have a what? Have a business deal with the client, right? And have a business deal with the client and just confirms the project here. And confirms the project. He will have a business deal and he will just what he will do, he will just confirms the project, right? How many days it is done, right? How many days it is required, and what are the requirements, and what are the agreements, right? They both will have an agreement and they will have some business deal, and the agreement and project will get confirmed. So the first activity in SDL software bidding, what they will do, the CEO of a company will go and meet a client and just have a business deal with the client, and they will write an agreement with each other, right? They will write an agreement with each other and confirms the project, right? And confirms the project, and this guy will come back to office, right? Confirms the project. And second activity, after the project is confirmed, now in the software bidding our project is confirmed. Okay, we got the project, right? What is second step here? Kickoff meeting, right? What is second step here, guys? Kickoff meeting. So once the project is confirmed, right? Once the project is confirmed, concentrate here, guys. Yes, project is confirmed here. Okay, once the project is confirmed, so what happened? The kickoff meeting is conducted by the CEO. See, he goes and meets the client, he will confirm the project again, he will come back to the office, right? After coming back to the office, what he do? He will conduct one kickoff meeting, right? Not only on the same day, I'm saying any day, any day can come. Once the project is confirmed, any day, the next activity is kickoff meeting, guys. Okay, first activity is confirming the project, next activity is kickoff meeting. Okay, okay, it is conducted by whom? Okay, it is conducted by, right? It is conducted by CEO of our office, guys, right? It is conducted by CEO along with, right, along with him project managers of office. Okay, along with whom? Along with all the project manager in the office. Okay, along with all the project managers in the office. What is the purpose of this meeting? The main agenda of this meeting, right? What is the purpose and what is the main agenda of this meeting? Yes, listen here. He will conduct the kickoff meeting to select the project manager who is well suitable to handle this new project, right? In the first step, we got a new project, guys. Okay, in the first step, we got a project. New project has been confirmed to our company. As soon as the project is confirmed, okay, then what this person will do, he will conduct a kickoff meeting. Why? What's the purpose of this meeting here, guys? Just to select the project manager. Will conduct kickoff meeting along with whom? To all the project managers in the office. For example, see here I have 7 project managers in my office. Okay, and he is the person, he is the CEO. Okay, he is the person, he is the CEO. I have 7 project managers. Out of this 7, which project manager is well suitable for that particular new project? Okay, he will conduct the meeting and he will choose the project manager. What is the main agenda of this kickoff meeting is to choose, okay, to choose, right? What is the main agenda here? To choose the project manager, who suits well, right? Who suits well who suits well to that particular project, right? To that particular project. For example, guys, assume that we got a banking project. Okay, all of you concentrate here. Example, assume that you got a banking project, you got a banking domain project, and this person, assume the second person who is sitting here, he is well experienced in the banking project, he already handled some banking project. So what is this CEO do? Obviously he will select this guy to handle this project because already he had a very good experience in banking project, right? So that's why he will choose this particular person to handle the new project. For that reason, this kickoff meeting is conducted, because this kickoff meeting is conducted because to select the project manager who is well suitable to handle the project, right? Based on the previous experience of all the projects, right? maybe based on the previous experience of all the project, or based on the expertness, or based on the activity of the project managers, this CEO will select the project manager who is well suitable to handle the project. Clear with the concept why kickoff meeting is conducted? Simple thing. Kickoff meeting is conducted to select the project manager who can handle the project perfectly. Okay, to select the project manager. So out of 7, assume that he has selected this particular guy, right? He has selected this particular guys to handle the project. So this meeting is done. So he has selected one of the project manager. Okay, now kickoff meeting is done. First is software bidding, project confirmed. Then he'll come to office, he'll conduct a meeting, and he'll select the project manager, and kickoff meeting is done. Now third step here. Once kickoff meeting is done, guys. Okay, once kickoff meeting is done, next third step is project initiation note. Right? What is our third step here, guys? Here, project initiation notes. Okay, project initiation note. What is this project initiation note? See, once project manager is confirmed. So in the kickoff meeting, the project manager is confirmed, guys. Right? What happens in this meeting? In the kickoff meeting. So this is kickoff meeting. I'll write clearly so that you can understand. Okay. First one is software bidding here. Right. The next one is the project initiation note. Right? Project initiation note. So what happens in the project initiation note? Right? Once project manager is confirmed, consider it here, guys. One project manager is confirmed. This PM will prepare. Okay, will prepare one initiation notes. Okay, one initiation note. What is the purpose of this note? What does it note consisting of? It is nothing but, right, it is nothing but simple thing. It is nothing, it gives a small information, like just information about what is the project we got, just simple information. What is the project we got, right, and on which domain we have to work, right, what is the project and who is the client and what is the domain of a project we have to work. Such type of information will be available in this project initiation note. Right, who will prepare this one? Right, will prepare this project initiation notes and send to all the members in office. So particular managers, or to a particular quality managers, or the other project managers, or the CEOs or CTOs, or the team leads. So to all the person, he will send us a mail. Okay, what is the purpose of this project initiation note, guys? See, once in the kickoff meeting, the project manager selection is done, and that project manager, once he has got selected, then he will prepare one note called project initiation note. Third step here. And this note, what does this note consisting of? A simple basic information, like we got a new project. This is the project, and this is the client giving us a project, and in this domain we have to work on. Right, like that, the basic information of a project will be prepared as one note here, as one document here, and that note will be sent to all the people in the office. That means to the leads, to the managers, to the experts, or to the seniors in your office, saying that we got a new project, guys, and this is the initiation note. Just for an information, we got a new project to our office. This is an initiation note. Just for an information, the project manager will prepare this note, and this note will be sent to all the people. Why? What's the purpose of sending? Just for an information, right? We got a new project, guys. This is a new project. This is the client. So just for an information, he will send to all the managers, all the quality managers, all the directors of the office of this project initiation note. Clear up to now, guys? Are you clear? First step is software bidding. What happens here, guys? In this case, the CEO will go and meet the client project. Right? The CEO will go and meet the client and confirms the project. Clear? Will goes and meet the client and confirms the project. And once the project, he will have a business deal. You'll just have some agreements with together. And once the project is confirmed, he will come, right? Will come and conduct one kickoff meeting and select one of the project manager, right? Once, based on the experience, once the project manager is selected, then this project manager will prepare a project initiation note, that is a basic information of a project, and send this information to all the people in an office, just for an information. Okay, just for an information, he will send to all the people that we got a new project and so is the client. Okay, this is what about project initiation note. Okay, this is what about project initiation note. Now the fourth step. Okay, this is up to here. Is that clear, guys? All of you up to here, the 3 steps here. Are you clear with these 3 steps? Guys, if you understand what is this one completely, you will understand what happens in an office desk in a realistic way, right? Even if you're experienced or not experienced, if you understand this concept, you will clearly understand what happens in an office. Okay, so that even if you go for an interview, you can explain them with a very much confident, right? You can explain them with a very much confidence in such a way. Now the next concept is after third step, what is our fourth activity? Done. So everything is going smoothly now. Now what is the fourth activity? Is nothing but requirements gathering. Okay, requirements gathering. Clear, guys? What is the fourth step here? Requirement gathering. What is the requirement gathering here? Okay, requirement gathering. See, business analyst with the help of system analyst. See here, business analyst, okay, with the help of system analyst goes to the client and gathers all the requirements here, right? System analyst goes to the client and gathers all the requirements of the client here. What happens here? Requirement gathering. Business analyst along with, okay, along with system analyst, what he will do, they both will go to the client, right? Go to client and gathers, right? Go to client and gathers what? And gathers all the requirements, guys, right? And gathers all the requirements, guys. Business analyst along with the system analyst. Business analyst means BA means what? Business analyst in our office. Okay, business analyst will in our office goes to the client. She sits along with the client and gathers all the requirements, guys. Gathers all the requirements. Simple thing, guys. Example I'll tell you. First of all, what is the requirement, guys? What is the requirements here? Customer expectation. Correct. What actually customer requires, right? Then who will give us the requirement? Obviously the client, right? What is the requirement here, guys? What is the requirement? What is the requirement? Customer expectation or customer require, right? Who will give any requirement? Then customer has to give us the requirement here, right? So for that reason, what happened here? The business analyst will goes and sits with the client and collects all the requirements, what actually the client is required. Okay, what actually the client is required, and will collect all the requirements here, right? Example, guys, if I'm a customer, if I want to buy any mobile showroom, right? I go to mobile showroom. If I want to buy any mobile, then what I do, I will say my requirement, right? I'll say the cost of a mobile should be within this range, and the camera should be this one, and pixel should be this one, and panel color should be this one, and clarity should be this one, and I need a company. So I'll say the brand. I need a Oppo or Vivo or something like that. I'll just say the brand here, right? iPhone, means i7 or something like that. Okay, iPhone S7, something like that. I'll give the information there. That means that is my requirement. In the same way, client will also have his own requirements to develop the application. Okay, client will have his own requirements, right? Those requirements will be gathered by whom? Those requirements will be gathered by the business analyst in your office. Okay, business analyst in the office. See, in IT sector, client will have his own requirements, guys, to develop the application. Okay, so from that client, our BA, what the BA will do, he will collect all the requirements. Okay, from that client, I'll show you one little diagram, you'll understand clearly. Okay, from that client, he will collect all the requirements. Assume that here is the person. I'm very bad in diagram, guys. Just try to understand this one. Okay, assume that here is the business. Okay, here is the business analyst. He goes and meet the client here. What he do, he goes and meet the client here, and after meeting the client, what this person will do, guys, okay, he goes and he will meet the client here, right? After meeting, he assume that I'll write here is a BA, business analyst, and here is the client. And what does he do? So based on the requirements, he will collect the requirement from the client. Okay, he will collect the requirement from the client, and this guy will prepare the documents here. What does this guy will do? This business analyst will prepare what? This business analyst will prepare the document here. Okay, this is what he will prepare the document. So this is the document. Call it as BRS. Okay, BRS stands for what? Business requirement specification. Okay, business requirement specification. Assume that this is a document, guys. Assume that this is a document here. See, this business analyst will go and meet the client here. Okay, and prepare this document, right? Will goes and meet the client here and prepare this document called BRS document. Okay, once BRS document is ready, okay, Once BRS document is ready, so based on one BRS document, he will prepare multiple SRS document, guys. Concentrate here. You will prepare multiple SRS documents. See, SRS document. This is one SRS document. This is one SRS. SRS stands for System Requirement Specification. Okay. SRS stands for System Requirement Specification here. Okay. SRS stands for what? System Requirement Specification. Yes. See, based on one PRS document, we are going to prepare multiple SRS document here, guys. Okay. Multiple SRS document here. Why? Because see, consider here, development team will have their own document. Okay, development team will have their own SRS document, technical people will have their own SRS document, testing team will have their own SRS document, like that. Designing team will have their own SRS, like the different teams will have their own SRS documents here. See, BRS funds, client business analyst will gather the information and prepares the document, BRS document. Okay, based on this BRS, again he will prepare multiple SRS document. He is the guy who prepares both BRS and SRS. Okay, first he will prepare the BRS document. He will collect the information from the client. Okay, what does he do? This person will collect the information from the client, and after collecting the information from the client, he will prepare the BRS document first. And once BRS document is done, and based on this one BRS document, again he will prepare multiple SRS document, guys. Okay, multiple SRS document. But see, consider it here. If you join in any company as a software developer or a tester, whatever it is, you can't access BRS. Okay, you will have access only for SRS. You can't access BRS here. Okay, you will have access only for SRS here. Okay, only for SRS document. Why? Because BRS document will have little more confidential data. It cannot be shared to anyone. Only to the managers it can be shared. But SRS document will be shared to anyone. Any SRS document you can access, but BRS document you can't access. Okay, BRS stands for what? Business requirement specifications, and SRS stands for what? Guys, system requirement specification. Once again, I repeat, guys, requirement gathering. What happens here? The business analyst along with the system analyst. Why with the system analyst? Because he is also the person who knows what happens exactly, right? What should happen exactly. So along with the system analyst, will go and sit together with the client. Okay, and collects what? And collects the requirements here. Okay, and collects the requirements here. And once the requirements are collected, and he will come back to our office and prepares what? And prepares BRS document. And once BRS document is ready, based on one BRS document, number of SRS documents will be prepared. Okay, number of SRS documents will be prepared here. So as a test engineer, tell me, guys, will you have an access for BRS or SRS? No question from you, from my side. As a test engineer, if you join any company, will you have an access for BRS or SRS? Yes, yes, Pushpa, correct. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, Kishore, yes, yes. Correctly, exactly. We will have an access for SRS because BRS will have some little confidential data like how much billing and what is happening. The more confidential data will be there. The billing amount will not be shared to the employees, right? So that's why BRS will not be shared to anyone. Only to the managers or CEOs or CTOs in your office can be shared. Okay, clear up to now up to requirement gathering. And once requirement gathering is done, what is our next job, guys? Once we got all the requirements, what we do here? Obviously, once you get any requirement, you start analyzing that requirement, right? What we do here, you will start analyzing the requirement. Fifth step here, analyzing the requirements, right? What is the fifth step here, guys? Analyzing the requirement, guys. Concentrate here. What is the fifth step here, guys? Analyzing the requirement. So once BRS and SRS documents are ready, then every software engineer should start analyzing the requirements, what exactly the client need, right? See, once the documents are ready, what is the next job? Even the project manager, right? The quality manager, the developer, the tester, whoever it is, whoever all selected for that particular project, all those people should start analyzing the requirement, right? See, once BRS and SRS documents are ready, I'll write this point, I have not written here, right? And BA prepares, okay, BA prepares what? BA prepares both BRS and SRS documents here. Okay, BRS stands for business requirement specification, SRS stands for system requirement specification. Okay, once BRS and SRS documents are ready, okay, and SRS documents are ready, then every team will start analyzing the requirement, right? Every team will start analyzing the requirements here. What they will do, they will start analyzing the requirement, guys. Project manager will analyze the requirement, right? Developer will analyze the requirement, tester will analyze the requirement, right? Every team, everybody will start analyzing the requirements here. So after analyzing, so you assume that you have started analyzing the requirement. Okay, I am a project manager. Okay, I started analyzing the requirement. Then what is my job? What is the next step here? After analyzing the requirements, as a project manager, I have to make a project plan here. What is the next step here? I have to make a project plan here. Being a project manager, what is my job? After analyzing the requirement, I have to make a project plan here. What's the next step here? It is project plan. Okay, project plan. After analyzing the requirement, the PM, the project manager, will prepare, okay, will prepare project plan. So yes, you prepare a plan. What will be there in that? Don't confuse, guys. What will be there in the plan here? Simple thing. What does the plan consisting of? This plan consisting of what? This planning. Okay, this planning is for what? For both developers and testers, and for designing team, for everyone. For everyone, this will be planned. What does it consisting of? Like what? Like how many developers are required to develop the application, right? How many developers are required? How many developers? How many testers? How many technical people are required? Okay, how many technical people are required? The technical people means architect people, right? Whether we have to develop in which platform, right? Whether we have to develop in which platform, whether or which domain, Java or Python or Ruby, like that. Java or .NET or Python or Ruby, like that. Everything he will be planned. And how many testers are required? How many testers are required? If the testers are required, whether we have to do manual testing or automation testing, only manual is enough, or else we have to go with the automation. Every information, okay, every information will be planned here itself, right? And what are the operating systems that we require? Whether we have to use Windows 7, right, or Windows 10 or Windows XP, or else, right, Windows operation or Linux or Mac, like that. Every information, right, every information will be stored in what? Every information will be stored in the project plan, guys. Okay, every information will be stored in what? Every information will be stored in the project plan. See, once requirement gathering is done, then everybody will start analyzing the requirements, guys, right? Once analyzing the requirement is done, based on the requirement analyzing, the project manager will prepare one plan, right? What is the plan? What is the purpose of this plan? What he will do? Okay, we got this much requirement, so how many developers are required to develop? Okay, how many testers are required to test, right? And how many technical people are there to design, right? And in the same way, if we require tester, only manual testing is enough, or we have to do both manual and automation? And what are the operating system? Like this, we have to use Windows 7 or Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows XP or Linux or Mac, like that. What operating system you require? Like that, every information will be planned here in this project plan, right? Everything up to A to Z. What to do, what should happen, how much persons are required, everything will be planned in this project plan. Who will prepare this one? Project manager. Okay, who will prepare this one, guys? Project manager. Are you clear, guys? Up to sixth step, is that clear? We are explaining all implementation activities one by one, and one by one. Are you clear, guys? Yes, thank you all. So, project plan. Then what is our next step? Okay, what is our next step? Seventh one. Okay, what is our next step? Designing. Okay, what is our next step? So once project planning is done, then we have to go with the designing, guys. Okay, what is our next step here? It is designing. Don't confuse, guys. What is our next step here? It is designing. So designing is done by whom? Okay, done by, right, done by technical team, right, technical team, or else we can say it as I told you that architect team. You might have heard so many times architects, right? What is your job? I'm an architect, right? You might have, architect means what? The people who design the application, right? Architect. So generally for construction field also, first they will go and contact the architect. What the job of an architect? He will design the home there, right? He will design the home. He will design the outlet and inlet, means inner look and outer look of a house he will design. In the same way, for every company also there will be a separate team, technical team or architect team. That means what is the job of that team here? What is the job of the team here, guys? They will design, they will do the architecture like this, right? They will do the architect like this, right? That means I'll explain you in a simple diagram, guys. Simple. See, example, you're logging into Gmail, right? Assume that. So how you log in, guys? Once you go to browser and you'll open www.gmail.com, then it will display one page and it will ask you to give your username, right? You will give your username, then next, then give your password, then next, then what happen? You will enter inside the application, right? You will enter inside the Gmail, then only you can see your inboxes, then only you can see your right, after inboxes, then only you can see your mails and all, everything you can see there, right? Everything you can see there. That means the structure, how does the structure of an application should look like, will be designed by the architect team. Structure, okay. Example, I'll show you a simple example here, guys. Let me navigate to any one of, let me navigate to here, Mercury Travels. See how it is displaying. Holidays should display here, flights it should display here, hotels should display here. This is what, this is a structure, right? This is a structure. So this structure, how the structure should be, that will be developed by whom? The architect team or the designing team. So based on the requirements, see here, if you see, observe in the diagram, see how he is designing. So this should be displayed here, after this they should come back here. So he is designing here the pattern, right? The structure of an application. Okay, here he is designing the structure of an application. See, if you go and see the application here, see holidays, what is the structure? This is the structure. If you click on flights, what is the structure? This is the structure. If you click on hotel, what is the structure? This is, means what is a designing, the architecting. So he has to design, he has to architect like this. It should look like this, right? It should look like this. In this we have, right, in this we have what? In this we have two types of designing, guys. Okay, in this we have two types of design. What are they? HLD and LLD design, right? HLD and LLD. HLD stands for what? High level design, and LLD stands for what? Low level design, guys. Okay, HLD stands for what? High level design. Okay, high level design, and LLD stands for, okay, low level design, right? Low level design. HLD stands for high level design and LLD stands for low level design here, right? High level design, that means what? Outlook of a project, okay? Outlook of a project requirement. So I think you are confused now. What is this outlook and what is this inner look, right? What is this outlook and what is this inner look? Inner look of a project requirement is called as what? Is called as LLD design. Inner look of project requirement, guys. Okay, inner look of project requirement is called as, see, designing of an outer look is called as what? HLD design, and designing of an inner look is called as what? LLD design. Simple thing, guys. Let me take an example again, the Gmail, right? When you go to Gmail and gmail.com, you have logged in. Okay, see, you are giving the username and next, then giving a password and next. That is called, whenever you log in, whenever you open the site, what is the outlook it is displaying? The site it is displaying, the out page it is displaying, it is asking for the username, right? That is called as what? The outlook of a project, right? And as soon as you have given your username and password, you have entered into your page, and you can see your inbox, your sent items, your compose, everything you can see there. That completely is called as what? Inner look, right? What does we see on the page when we open the page? What does we see, right? What does we see when we open a page, guys? If you see, go to Mercury Travels, this is called as what? This is outer look actually. Okay, so when you give that, see, holidays, if I want to check, and if I give my destination, if it has something like Hyderabad or Mumbai, I'm giving something like that. Okay, I'm giving it as Mumbai, select my destination as Mumbai, and I start date as 25, and if I search for the holidays, okay, this is the outer look, guys. This is HLD design, and if I search for holidays, it will navigate into the page. What is this one? This is the inner look designing. Right, what is this one? This is the inner look designing. Right, outlook design of a designing is called as what? Project HLD designing. And internal look, how does it look like? Right, internally how does it look like? That designing is called as what? Inner look of a project is called as what? Low level designing. So here the technical designing will be done by whom? Technical team or the architect team. So based on the requirement, how our application should look like, right? How our application should look like. That means outer look. Whenever we open our application, how does it look like? Right? After logging into the page, how does it look like? So those two can be designed by whom? Those two can be designed by the architect team. Right? The outer look, whatever we see on the page outside, whenever we open the website, whatever we see on the page, that is called the outer look, HLD design. And if we go inside, in depth of the page, and whatever designing we see, that is called as what? Inner look of the page. That is low level designing. Are you clear, guys? Clear with the outer look and inner look here? Login into an application, the login page is nothing but the HLD design. After entering, we're seeing the emails and titles, and all those are all called as what? Low, high. Those are called as what? Low level design, guys. This designing is done here. See, if you go here and see, so this is the see what is our next? This designing is done. Okay, we go here, sir. So based on this designing, what is our next job here? We have to start coding here. Okay, based on this design, what we have to do here? We have to start coding here. Yeah, Kishore, you go ahead. Now see here, we have to start coding here. So what is coding here? Okay, what is coding here? Coding is done by based on the requirement, developing the application by the developers. Okay, what is coding here? Based on the requirements, the application will be developed by the developers. Right, application will be developed by whom? By the programmers or by developers. That is called as what? That is called as what? Coding. Okay, application will be developed by whom? Developed by the developers, guys. Right, once again I'll explain all the steps. We are up to only coding here only. So once again I'll explain all the steps. Don't confuse here, concentrate, guys. First step here, it is software bidding. Okay, first step here, it is software bidding. See, in this bidding, what happens? The CEO of a company will have a business deal with the client. Okay, just have a business deal with the client and confirms the project. Okay, and once the project is confirmed, the CEO will confirm a meeting. They will conduct a meeting called kickoff meeting. What is the main agenda of this meeting here? It is to choose the project manager who is well suitable to that particular project. Okay, who is well suitable to that particular project. After that, then once the project manager is chosen and he has been taken off the project, then in that case what he can do, that project manager will prepare one note called project initiation note. What does it note consisting of? The basic information about a project, like what is the project and who is the client and which domain we are going to work. Like that simple basic information will be available there. Okay, basic information will be available there. And once the project initiation note is done, so everything is going smoothly. Now the business analyst will go to the client and gathers all the requirements. Okay, and gathers all the requirements. And based on the requirements, he prepare both BRS and SRS documents. Okay, BRS and SRS document. So based on one BRS document, we'll prepare multiple SRS document, guys. So as a test engineer or the developer, we'll have an access for only SRS document. Right, so once the requirement gathering is done and preparation of a document is done, what's our next job here? We got the requirements. Now what we have to do, we have to start analyzing the requirements here. What we have to do here, we have to start analyzing the requirement. Once requirement analyzing is done, everybody will analyze. Project manager will analyze their requirements, quality manager will analyze, team leaders will analyze, developers, testers, architect, everybody will start analyzing the requirements, right? And once analyzing the requirements is going on or is done, then the project manager will prepare one plan called project plan. Okay, project plan. Why? What is the purpose of this plan? Because they should have one idea, certain idea, right? Like based on the requirements, how many developers are required for us, how many testers are required, how many technical people are required to decide on which platform it would be better, on which platform if you develop, whether it is on .NET or whether it's Java or Python or whatever it is, in which platform it would be better. And only manual testing is enough, or we have to do automation testing also, right? And how many architect people are required, like that everything should be planned here, right? Everything should be planned here. Why? Because to avoid the confusions in the future, so project manager, what he will do, based, he will analyze the requirement and he will start preparing the plan here. What is the purpose use of this plan? Because if you prepare one plan, if you have one idea, somebody, can you please mute it here? If you have one idea, then that would be better for them to go further, right? Then he will prepare one project plan. And now next part is designing. Once the project plan is done, next part is designing. See, designing is done by whom? Designing is done by the technical people or the architect team. What is the main agenda of this person is? It is to prepare how does outer look of a project look like and how does the inner look of a project look like. That everything will be designed by whom? Designed by the designing team. Okay, so once designing is done, guys, once designing is done, so he's the person who will design and give the project to us, give the designing to the developers. So this is the way you have to design. Okay, this is the architect I'm designing, so this is the way you have to write your coding. So based on this architect, okay, based on this designing, the developers should start writing coding. Okay, the developers should start writing coding. Okay, now once coding is done, what is the next job? Test coding means development is done. What is our next job? Guys, tell me what we have to do then. Coding and application is ready now. Now what we have to do? Tell me. Then what we have to do? Yes, exactly. We have to start doing testing. Our job starts now. Okay, testing. Then what is our next job here? It is next job. Once coding is done, what is our job here? Ninth point here, it is testing. Clear, guys? It is nothing but testing. So everyone will think that testing is started by the test engineer. Obviously not. Testing is started but not by the test engineer, guys. Before giving it to the QA team, developers will conduct testing on their coding first. Concentrate here. Before giving it to a QA team or the testing team, developers, what they will do, they will conduct testing. They will conduct testing on their own coding, guys. Why? Because to avoid some errors, so first they will test by themselves. Okay. So before giving you a testing team, they will test by themselves. Okay. Testing done by the developers is called as what? White box testing. Okay, guys. Testing done by the, consider it here, guys. Testing done by developers is called as what? Is called as white box testing, guys. Consider it here. Testing done by developers is called as what? White box testing. Right? Who will do this one? White box testing. For example, guys, I am a student. Okay, I am writing an exam. After completion of exam, what I do, before I give it to the invigilator, I'll just have a look into my paper, right? If I missed anything, did I have done any errors, did I missed anything like that, I will, what I do, I'll just check my paper, right? Before I giving it to the, invigilator. Why? Because to avoid some mistake, before I give it to invigilator, I'll check my paper once and I'll give it and I'll hand over it to the invigilator. Why? Why? Because to avoid the mistakes. In the same way, developer also, before giving it to the testing, before giving it to the testing team, then they will test their own code. Okay, they will test their own code. That testing is called as what? White box testing here. Okay, that testing is called as what, guys? The testing is called as white box testing. Okay, and under white box testing, we have two levels here. Okay, the testing is called as what? White box testing. And under white box testing, we have what? We have two levels here. What are they, guys? Simple thing. What are they, guys? First one is unit testing. Okay, first one is unit testing, and second one is integration testing. Okay, these two are the testings done by whom? Testings done by the developers. Okay, under white box testing, we have two levels of testing here. Okay, we have two levels of white box testing. What are they? One is unit testing, another one is the integration testing, guys. Okay, so before giving it to the developers will start testing their own code. That is called as what? That is called as what? White box testing. Okay, and under white box testing we have two levels. What are they, guys? One is unit testing, another one is integration testing. Okay, what is this unit testing and what is this integration testing? Right? What is this unit testing, guys? Any idea? You all, guys, any idea? What is this unit testing? Unit testing, guys. Testing. What is this unit testing, guys? Testing each and every part of an application, right? Testing each and every part of an application, right? Each and every part of an application is called as what? It is called as a unit testing. Okay, what is unit testing here, guys? Testing each and every part of an application, simple part of an application is called as what? Unit testing. Example, if you go here, right? If you go here, right? See, if you see here, holidays, this is one part, right? Flights, this is one part. Hotels, this is one part. Means testing each and every part. In that holidays, again, this select destination, set start date, select duration. Testing each and every part of an application is called as what? Or testing each and every part of a module is called as what? Is nothing but unit testing, guys. Okay, it is nothing but unit testing. And then what is integration testing? Okay, what is integration testing? Yes, what is integration testing? Simple thing is, what is integration testing here? What is integration testing here? Combining all parts of a code together. Okay, combining what we do here? Combining all parts of a code together and testing together and confirming what? To confirming whether everything is interconnected properly or not, right? Whether everything is interconnected or integrated properly or not. Interconnected, or one more thing we can say, or integrated properly or not, right? Integrated correctly or not is called as what? Integration testing is. See, one thing I'll say you simple example, guys. See, this holidays is developed by one person. Okay, this flights is developed by one more developer. Hotels is developed by other developer. Like that, different developers will develop different modules, guys. So everybody will test their own module separately. Concentrate here. Everybody will test their own module separately, and all modules together. Here they are combined. See here. Here they have combined all together. After combining all together, whether it is connected properly or not, whether it is interconnected properly or not, and after connecting, whether all are working or not, that part of testing is called as what? Integration testing. Okay. Separately, what they will do, every developers will test their own module here, right? That is called unit testing. And once unit testing is done, they will all interconnect together. They will all combine like this, right? Now they are combined now, right? They will all combine like this and they will start testing together. What? Whether everything is interconnected or integrated properly or not is called as what? Integration testing. Okay, it is called as what? Integration testing, right? And when 100% coding and 100% white box testing starts. Okay, what is an entry criteria for testing, guys? I explained you yesterday when we are discussing about plan. I'm sorry. So when 100% white box testing is completed, right? When 100% white box testing is completed, right? Then what is our job, guys? Then testing started by. Then testing will start by whom? Testing will start by test engineers, guys. So if someone asks you the question, what is an entry criteria for test engineers to test, right? When 100% white box testing is completed, that is an entry criteria for testers to test here, right? That means what? When 100% unit testing and integration testing is completed by the developer, then only we can start testing our application. See, when 100% unit testing and white box testing is completed, then the developers will give the application for testing. Am I correct? Then what the developers will do? They will give the application for testing here, guys. Clear? They'll give the application for testing. And once we get up, see, more 5 minutes, guys, just please extend for more 5 minutes. I'll wind up the session after 5 minutes. Okay? Just see, listen here. See, when 100% white box testing and unit testing and integration testing is done, okay, then what is our job here? then test engineer should start testing here, right? Test engineer should start testing here. Now testing should start by whom? Testing should start by, right, testers. Now here comes, here our job start at what point our job is starting now, guys? At ninth point, in that when 100% white box testing is completed, in that case only we can start doing testing. Now our job started what point, in which implementation activities? Under ninth implementation activity our job is starting. And what are the condition for that also? When 100% white box testing is completed, means both unit and integration testing is completed, then we can start testing our application, right? Now testing done by the testers is called as what? Okay, see, testing, okay, testing done by testers is called as what? Testers is called as what, guys? Tell me. Is called as black box testing. Yes, is called as what? Black box testing here, guys. Testing done by the developers is called as white box testing, and testing done by the testers is called as what? Black box testing. Again, in the black box testing also, again we have two levels of testing, guys. Concentrate here. In black box testing also we have two levels of black box testing. What are they, guys? Tell me. What are they, guys? Tell me two levels of black box testing. System testing and user acceptance testing. First one is system testing. Okay, and second one is user acceptance testing, guys. First one is second testing, and second one is user acceptance testing, guys, right? System testing, and second one is user acceptance testing, and we spell it as UAT also. Okay, UAT also. So testing done by testers is called as what? Black box testing, right? Under black box testing, how many we have? Again, two types. What are they? Two levels: system testing and user acceptance testing, right? Now what is the system testing, guys? Okay, what is the system testing? After 1 or 2 points I'll wind up this SDLC. That's why I'm extending, guys. Just please hold on and listen. What is the system testing, guys? System testing. System testing, guys. What is the system testing? System testing. Simple thing, guys. Simple thing. What is the system testing? Here it is nothing but here we have to test whether expected value is equal to testing or comparing testing expected value with the actual value, right? What we do here, we compare expected value with the actual value. That is called as what? That is called as system testing here. Okay, testing expected value with the actual value, general testing. What we do, it is called as what here? System testing. Okay, system testing. What is our job, guys? What we have to do here? Being a tester, we have to perform black box testing. Okay, being a tester, we have to perform black box testing. Under black box testing, how many levels we have? Again, two levels of testing. What are they? System testing and acceptance testing. What is system testing here? Just as a test engineer, testing expected value with the actual value of an application. Okay, of an application is called as what? System testing. Okay, it is called as what? System testing. It's very important, guys. Consider tomorrow I'm going to ask questions on all this. Okay, now second one, user acceptance or UAT testing. Okay, user acceptance or UAT testing. What is this user acceptance UAT testing here? Once after completion of our system testing, okay, after completion of our system testing, before sending it to the client, okay, before sending it to the client, testing an application along with the business analyst. Okay, testing an application. Once we go and confirm or we testing an application, okay, along with the testing an application along with whom? Along with the business analyst. Along with the business analyst before delivering to the client. Before delivering to the client is called as what? Is called as what? It is called as user acceptance testing, guys. Right? Why business analyst, guys? Before, see, testing, we have done system testing here and everything is going smoothly and fast. Now what is our next job? We have to send it to the client, right? But before sending it to the client, we have to test an application once again along with the business analyst. Why business analyst, guys? Tell me. Why business analyst we have to check along with him? Why business analyst, guys? Guys, answers from you all. Why business analyst? Because he is the person who knows actually the requirement is correct, because he is the person who knows actually what is the requirement, right? Is the person who knows actually what is the requirement is. That's what before delivering it to the client we will give it as business analyst, because he gathers all the, see at the beginning stages, at the coming to the first stages here, right? Coming to the first stages, who gathers the requirement here? Business analyst. He is the person who knows what actually the exact requirement is. That's why before delivering it to the client, once we feel that the application is ready to deliver to the client, but before deliver to the client, we have to test the application once again along with the business analyst together. That part of testing is called as what? User acceptance testing. That means the business analyst should accept our testing here. Okay, should accept our application here. That is for what user acceptance testing here. So once again, see here, guys, very important question. How many methods of testing we have? Two methods of testing, guys. What are they? White box testing, okay, white box testing and black box testing. Two methods. Somebody, this is an interview question, guys. How many methods of testing we have? Two methods. What are they? Black box and white box testing. How many levels of testing we have, guys? How many levels we have? Four. What are they, guys? Unit, right? Integration, right? Integration. Next one is system and user acceptance, right? If someone asks you how many methods of testing you have, say that we have two methods of testing. What are they? White box testing and black box testing. And how many levels of testing we have? Four. What are they? Unit, integration, system and user acceptance testing, guys, right? And finally, if everything is going smoothly, what is the 10th point here? Finally, all testing is completed, then application data to the client, right? Application delivered to the client. Now support and maintenance team should come now. Okay, support and maintenance team is come. So what is our job? Once we have delivered our application to the client, then what the client will do? Client will start using his application, his or her application. Then if the client faces any problem, okay, during utilization, if the client faces any problem, okay, this support and maintenance team will help them. Okay, during utilization will help them. Okay, if client faces any problem during utilization, this support, okay, during utilization, if the client faces any problem, guys, right, client faces any problem, this this support will this support or maintenance team will help them. Okay, this support or maintenance team will help them, guys, right? Actually in some office there will be separate support and maintenance team. Generally most of the company, the students, if the employees are in India, they will get the project from the US, guys, right? US or UK or something like that. The times will be different, so the customers start using during the night times. Whenever it is in India it is night and for them it is day, right? So for that there will be a separate support and maintenance team who will do only in the night shifts in India. Why? Because they have to give support to their application, right? Because in the daytime only they will use application there, correct? For their daytime they will start using the application. So being an employee in India, what do we have to do? Separate support maintenance team do night shifts. Sometimes it happens, not all the application get. For some application they have to spend only completely in the night shifts, complete that persons will spend on all night shifts only. Why? Because they have to give support to the client if some client faces any problem. Okay, so this is what about SDLC is. That is, after delivering it to the project also, we will support to the client. There will be a separate support and maintenance team in our offices, right? And because if the client faces any problem, this person should handle immediately and they have to resolve the issue. Okay, this person should handle immediately and they have to resolve the issue. So this is what SDLC, guys, right? This is what about SDLC is. Very, very, very important topic, guys. So be concentrate. Darul, I have clearly written every point in the notes, guys. Okay, just do go through this notes and get back to me tomorrow, and I'm going to ask questions on this tomorrow. Okay, this is what about SDLC. Total 10 steps means from day one, from software bidding up to delivering and supporting and maintenance to the client, right? Up to after delivering and supporting and maintenance to the client. This is what happened about in the SDLC. Okay, complete concept of SDLC, right? So guys, Are you clear with this concept, guys? From day one to up to end, what happens here? First software bidding, then kickoff meeting, then project initiation note, then preparing the requirements, then analyzing the requirements, then planning, then the designing team will do designing here, guys. Then after designing, based on designing, coding will be done, right? After coding is done, then the testing team has to start testing. That means not directly testing team. First developers will do testing. That means unit testing and integration testing. Testing part by part or each and every part is called as what unit testing, and just combining all together and testing is called as what integration testing. Okay, so when 100% white box testing is completed, testing will start by whom? By test engineers. So somebody asked you, what is an entry criteria for testing? There is nothing but when 100% white box testing is completed, or else when 100% unit testing and integration testing is completed, then only we can start doing testing. Okay, testing should start by testers. Then it is called as what? Testing done by testers is called as what? Black box testing. Okay, testing done by developers is called as what? White box testing. Okay, here we have two levels of black box testing. Is one is system testing, another one is user acceptance testing. Okay, and what is system testing, guys? Here testing expected value with actual value. General testing, what we do is called as what? System testing. And once the system testing is gone through and everything is going smoothly and no defects are found, then we do user acceptance testing along with the business analyst. Okay, along with the business analyst here. So even the business analyst also, if he gives approval, then well and good. Then what we have to do, then we have to deliver it to the client. Then after that, during utilization, if the client faces any problem, the support and maintenance team will help. Okay, guys, this is what happens in every office. This is the implementation activity from day one to up to end of the project. Clear, guys? Clear with this concept clearly? Very, very important concept, guys. This is. So any queries, guys? I'm going to wind up a session. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Notes here, just you need to draft your mail IDs, guys. You just need to draft your mail IDs. That person will send you notes. Okay? Just draft your mail IDs.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, who is this? Somebody's asking.